Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Transparency Over Every Speculation. You can call me T.O.E.S. The purpose of this video here is that there's been some recent talk of Borg, because it was mentioned in some of the court filings that Dylan Mortensen had consumed some Borg and some other items. So with this video here, I'm going to pretty much highlight who is the king of the Borg life and exactly what Borg is for those of you that don't know. So thank you for tuning in, and please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and even share this video if you choose. And I'll be commentating throughout the rest of the video as well too.
So this is right where it is on Saturday, November 12th, 2022 through the early morning hours of Sunday, November 13th. DM had consumed champagne, 9 to 10 White Claws, a Borg herself. Like, holy shit. I said, wow. Now, maybe DM's going to get up there and say, we were sharing a Borg. Okay. From my understanding with that, it's yours. It's yours.
Okay. So now that we know who was consuming Borg, let's have the Washington Examiner go into more details about the dangers of this Borg life that these young people are living and were especially living during the time that this crime occurred, about 2 or 3 years ago. So let's check it out.
I'm flexing on this, St. Mark's Day! University of Massachusetts is warning students about a new drink combination, causing 28 ambulances to be called to off-campus parties. TikTok is being blamed for circulating the drink trend and ingredients. The social media platform is already in hot water with the U.S. government, as bills are being floated in Congress to ban TikTok. The drink, deemed Borgs, or blackout rage gallons, is encouraging students to binge drink copious amounts of alcohol from gallon jugs. The infamous drink is trending on TikTok with videos showing Borg recipes, Borg challenges, and Borg puns.
Most importantly, you have to name it, and it's got to be something with Borg. And so basically Gen Z just drinks this.
Students were seen carrying the jugs at the annual unsanctioned UMass student event, Blarney Blowout. They were seen naming their jugs with Borg puns on social media while noticeably intoxicated.
Margarita! Rick and Morty!
That Borg. My Borg is named Borg Leaf Clover!
Jason Borg!
People in the comments claim the goal is to have your own drink to bring to parties to prevent spreading germs or getting slipped with a date rape drug. Students promote drinking this combination of water, electrolytes, and vodka because they think it will help them stay hydrated while they drink.
And then lastly, because it's only 1 p.m., we're going to add some liquid IV so we don't get hungover at midnight. I'm just going to throw this whole pack in here. I shake it all up.
However, health officials say it's not advisable for anyone to drink half a gallon of vodka.
There's nothing unique about a Borg that is going to lend itself to better control over drinking.
We spoke with Dr. George Koob, who is the director at the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism.
When you go past the standard drink, you really are getting to the point where alcohol ultimately becomes a toxin, and you can easily overdose.
He said the repercussions of binge drinking is not just getting blacked out.
You can kill yourself, basically. Individuals who engage in binge drinking, high-intensity drinking, which is 8 drinks for females, 10 drinks for males, you're approaching danger levels for your life.
Dr. Koob says binge drinking has become more prevalent since the pandemic, as people are wanting to catch up on times they feel they have missed with friends while being in lockdown.
It's what we call in the field the alcohol deprivation effect. So people tend to really rebound in drinking after a period of not drinking. And so we are a little concerned.
TikTok, where Borgs became popular, has been in the Senate spotlight for weeks as Congress is looking to ban the app nationwide due to its connection to China. The Biden administration has already banned the app from government devices. I'm Amy Delora for Washington Examiner.
Okay, awesome. So now that we're aware of the dangers of living this Borg life, now let's go back in time and see who the Borg King was. The king of all Borgs. The Ray Borg, the cyborg of them all. Okay, that wasn't good. But let's check it out. I came across this lady's channel. Her name is Mommy Ramblings Blog, and I strongly suggest you go subscribe to her. I am surprised that I wasn't fully familiar with her stuff. She has tons and tons and tons of excellent content concerning the Kohberger case. So I recommend that you go over there and subscribe to her if you already haven't. Maybe I'm just lame and I'm the last person to hear of her.
I'm going to show you who now it's looking like it was this Emily girl that answered the door.
That is her cuckoo clock, and I am not taking responsibility for that cuckoo clock. That is hers, by the way.
Let me pull his Instagram over. here he is. You see, he's got the necklace. See, I was wearing a necklace then. And this is 37 weeks ago. Princess Fiona's castle. If it weren't for the pictures, I wouldn't remember the night. And over here, let's see. Here's a link to the YouTube. Okay, what is that? Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so there's something in here. Oh, it's this.
And I want you to pay close attention to some of these names in these comments as well, too, because I'm recognizing the last name Gooch is showing up by 2 different people. And I know that there is an officer or a detective or something Gooch that is associated with this case, you know, so I'm just putting it out there. Not saying it means anything, but I'm just putting it out there. And that is a funny last name, Gooch.
Okay, so this is the Emily right here. And she says, Borg is love, Borg is life. 4's up if you like boys. Okay, so this is the girl, and she might be the one that she looks very much like Bethany, and she looks very much like the girl that answered the door. So it's looking like that's who that is. And he, again, writing how best friends he is with Ethan, right?
Hello, my name's Hunter Johnson. Me and Ethan
Not to be an asshole, but that would be Ethan and I.
became best friends over the last year and a half we spent at the U of I. And since we became such good friends, I feel honored and privileged to even be able to share who he was to everyone here. I met Ethan during Fall Rush of last year, and if you don't know what Rush looks like for fraternity guys,
It's you getting your ass beat. It's getting hazed, beaten with paddle boards, and I've even heard of crazy stories where they make you go to a top of a building and tie a brick to the tip of your dick and walk around blindfolded. All that weird shit, whatever. But that's what Rush Week is.
You're coming in as a freshman and you're walking to 10 different fraternity houses and talking to 100 different guys, trying to understand all of them and see if you fit in with them. And I remember he was the first person I talked to during Rush that year, and I knew immediately that he was someone that I wanted to be friends with and someone I wanted to join my house.
So, would that be my house or our house? Just asking out of curiosity. Sound like a little inflated ego there, but who am I to judge? I'm not inside your body.
My first impression of Ethan was some tall, goofy kid that, looked athletic, and he was, because we played a lot of basketball during that time. Unfortunately, the basketball wasn't enough to convince him to join my house, so he ended up going to Sigma Chi, but that didn't mean we weren't going to be friends forever. So one thing he told me, because he told me he was going to join Sigma Chi, he said, if I do that, you better not block me and ghost me on anything. And I couldn't believe he said that, because I just knew I wanted to be friends with him for a long time. He had such an infectious smile and a charismatic personality. And if you knew anything about Xana as well, they were very similar in how they acted together. Me and Ethan.
Bro, don't do that again. That totally irritates me. It's Ethan and I. Where did you grow up? Like Idaho? Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Shared a lot of memories together. Usually at a party where me and him would be controlling the aux
He and I.
and be singing at the top of our lungs any country music song with 50 other people in there not saying a word, just us singing as loud as we could. Some of my other favorite memories that I had with Ethan also included Xana, and those were the times we spent on the golf course. Me, Ethan, Xana, and Emily.
Xana, Ethan, Emily, and I. Urgh.
We went a lot over the summer and before summer. And you knew it was going to be a good time when we went golfing, when we had more drinks in our bag than we did golf balls. And we usually had to send Xana and Emily to go throughout the forest to look for more golf balls for us because we ended up losing so many.
Man, you big pimping like that? And you and Ethan over there sending girls to go get your golf balls that you hit out there yourself? Why didn't you just go get them yourself? Why you being lazy, dude? What, you sending girls to go out there? Why didn't all y'all guys go look? It's just, I don't know, man. Once again, I'm detecting your ego. I'm reading between the lines on you, fella.
If you knew Ethan, he was never angry about anything. He would never get upset. You couldn't upset him ever. And one time we went to play 18 holes, and he wanted to bet money every hole, $2 every hole. If you won the hole, you got $2. If you tied, you didn't get it, it just turned to $4 the next hole.
And with all the hee-hees and ha-has pushed aside, let's not downplay the dangers of gambling. It's an addiction. It ruins households every day, all around the world. I come from a family where my dad had suffered 3 divorces because of gambling. People do get hurt behind gambling. So let's not downplay this whole hee-hee, ha-ha gambling, $2 for $4, and it's an addiction, folks.
And I remember he won the first hole. He whooped me, actually, that first hole, and I remember him being so happy, and he was pretty confident going up to the next hole. Unfortunately for Ethan, I ended up winning the next 17 holes.
Wow, bro. You're super boss. Man, dude, you're over here kicking your best friend's butt in golf and bragging about it at his memorial service. You're so awesome, bro.
If you also knew Ethan, you knew he wasn't great with money.
Hee hee, ha ha. Throw best friends under bus much?
And so it wasn't a great feeling when I had to come up to him and ask for the $34 he owed me after the round. Because he would ask me to get him drinks every week.
Man, you really got the little homie Ethan out here, like as if he wasn't about his Gouda, his guapper, his cheese, his Gargonzola, his Swiss, his feta, his blue cheese, his Roquefort. You're the only one about your money. You're the big homie, huh? He's got to come to you to get some little drinks. Oh, okay.
He'd say, Hunter, I need some Bud Light Limes. Can you go to the store and get me some? And I was like, yeah, Ethan, I'd love to. After you pay me back for the last 2 weeks that I got you Bud Light Limes.
Once again, family, let me remind you, this is a memorial service for the death of those students. Rest in peace to Xana, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee. Keep in mind that those students, their parents, are in the audience, especially probably Ethan's. And they have to hear their son be talked down like this by his so-called best friend. This speaks volumes to me, and I hope it does to you as well. But let's carry on to the big homie, Hunter Johnson, the big homie.
But so yeah, as you suspect, I never got those $34. Ethan was always someone you could count on to make you smile and cheer up your mood. Everybody loved him and his beautiful mustache he had.
Pause.
And I feel so lucky to have shared so many great memories with him. I'm gonna miss our favorite Moana songs we would sing together. Me visiting you and Xana at your parents' house with Emily. And you guys also coming to my cabin and hanging out with my family. And watching you carry all of your drinks in a garbage bag when you walked into a party.
Man, God forbid I die, but if I do, and you're the artist, I definitely do not want you painting a picture portraying what my life was about at all. You're no. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, man, why keep making that noise? And why would Ethan have to be asking you for Bud Lights when you're the Borg god? You're the king of Borgs. You're the Borg of all Borgs. Why? Like, just whip them up a batch, big homie.
I know we're all gonna miss these. I love you so much, E and Zan. Thank you.
Now, then you get this, you should get Osana or gladdened for not putting Emily first. That was also 37 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, hang on for a minute. Sorry.
It's wild dogs.
Border Patrol, yeah, I know. Border Patrol to protect me. They were so good all day. And they're good now. They're just playing loud. To protect me. So, interesting. Let's go to her. Hers is private now. We got this, which she has a photo with another girl in there. And I've got this. Only 3 bailouts. And this is from 40 weeks ago. 40 weeks ago. Just an interesting, fact. We're not saying he did anything or anything like that of the sort. We're just putting a name to the face that we've seen in around students that were brutally murdered, okay? And it's okay to put a name to a face that you're seeing there out there in police cam video that's been released, and this is the name, okay?
So everybody, please keep in mind, when this lady, Mommy Ramblings blog, when she released this video, it was December 26, 2022, before they even had Brian Koberger publicly as a suspect. And she had hit on a lot of things way back then that they're just barely bringing to the surface now. So I want to thank you for tuning in to Transparency Over Every Speculation. And from the bottom of my heart, to all my new subscribers, I really appreciate you. Every single one of you count. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this. And as an outro of this video, I'm just going to leave a couple little screenshots of some information I found about Xana, just to show her in a different light instead of the party animal and, you know, what we're used to. It shows her in her little business suit. God bless her soul. You know, rest in peace to all of them. And justice for Brian Koberger and justice for the Idaho 4. Thank you for tuning in.